Okay, it was good to get back on the practice field after a week. Our guys were excited. We focused a lot on our younger guys, which is always good, and they were flying around having fun.
So you plan on just focusing on the younger guys? I guess maybe it's a spring practice.
Yeah. Early this week, we're just really focused on us, old guys-wise, fundamentals, just the little things, trying to continue to improve. And then half the time with the younger guys, give them a chance to put the ball down, let them play a little bit, and work with them. And we'll do that probably the first half of this week.
This last week, Gus, how's it been for you? I know you've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of award shows, but the awards keep racking up for you and your team. Just talk about, first of all, being Coach of the Year in a couple different places.
Yeah, I mean that's a true blessing. It's a tribute to our coaches, our assistant coaches, which have done a wonderful job. A tribute to our players. I mean, when you win, you get awards, but this is a group award. Anytime you get a head coaching award, it's a group thing.
As fast as you've come up through the ranks, and then now winning the national championship as a coordinator, getting a chance to play for one as a head coach, and now winning all these awards, is there anything really left for you to do? I mean, in such a short period of time, you've hit a lot of milestones.
Yeah, I really don't look at it that way. I just take it, year by year, game by game, practice by practice, and just feel very blessed to be a part of this and be a part of this moment. Like I said, I've had a ball coaching this group, and they've been fun to coach. And we got one more game, and we need to, we need to be prepared.
Gus, I hate to bring it up, but obviously your name continues to get kind of volleyed around when jobs come open. What are your reaction when you see, national reports and just people saying that you'd be a good fit for some other job other than what you have?
Yeah, I'm a good fit for Auburn Tigers, and that's why I signed a contract the day before the SEC championship. And like I said before, I'm tickled to be here.
Thank you.
Gus, what was it like for Trey and just your experience with Trey this weekend in New York?
Very proud of the way he represented us. He did a great job. That's a huge award to get to that point, even to go, especially when he really wasn't in the conversation until, late. But it was a great experience for him, for our program, and it was good.
So what do you think about, Jeremy Pruitt is a former high school guy in this state. He spoke very highly of you, says that you guys need to be able to maybe open more doors for the high school guys in the profession. What's that just mean to you that you're going to be facing off another guy that was doing what you were doing for years?
Yeah, first of all, I got a lot of respect for him. He's a big-time coach. The fact that he's a high school coach, the high school coaches that are coaching college, we got our own little bond right there. And he's done a great job. He went the Broyles Award, which is well-deserving. And kind of like he said, I hope more and more high school guys will get a chance to do what we're doing.
Yeah, the fall classes are over. Everybody okay? Academic, good to go to bowl?
I believe so.
Talk about Rhett. I know he's obviously coming up pretty hot, and a lot of his name might be out there. It is out there for some opening jobs right now. Do you talk to him about maybe his next move? Is he looking to go anywhere? Do you know?
First of all, I mean, which are coaches. I'm always what's best for them and all that. But Rhett's doing a great job for us. We want to hold on to him for a long time, but he'll have opportunities. There's no doubt. Like I said before, he's got that factor. But I'm going to do everything in my power to keep our staff together.
Have you talked to them or talked to Jay about giving them raises, or is anything in the work for that?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're going to do everything in our power to keep our staff intact.
What does Rhett do day to day? I mean, what's his job? I mean, obviously everybody looks at this office and says, "Oh, this is Gus's office."
Yeah.
What does Rhett do?
He does all the the offensive staff meetings and everything that goes with that. Very rarely am I a part of that. Game planning, he's the point man for that, and he deserves a lot of credit for what our offense has been able to accomplish.
And when you're going like that and the pace and everything's picking up, you're calling plays. How do you guys? Is it the look you give each other?
We call a play and we have conversations in between. You try to predetermine as much as you can because we go fast, but at the same time, we try to take what the defense gives us. He's got a great eye, on the defense and what they're doing and what they're trying to do to stop stuff. And like I said, we do it together. I know that sounds a little unique, but but it is unique.
I know hypotheticals aren't your thing, but what would you do if you didn't have Rhett to kind of help with that, with preparing?
It would put a lot more stress on me and not allow me to do my job as a head coach as good as I can right now.
Going into the year, how much did you kind of relay your experience as an OC here just a few years ago to Rhett before the whole season got started?
Yeah, I did give him, of course, he was my GA here, so he kind of understood even better than most. And the fact that we had a year last year at Arkansas State, that definitely helped us. But, anytime you have experience, you bounce things off of them. But the fact that he was here, that really is an advantage.
Gus, can you, what you've seen of Florida State, are they a different kind of challenge than you faced before this season?
They're extremely fast. I mean, when you turn on the film on both sides of the ball, the thing that jumped out to me is speed. Super fast. They've done a great job recruiting. They got a whole lot of good players. I mean, not coincidence they're the #1 team in the country and undefeated. Nobody's even come close to them.
How familiar were you with James Winston when he was in the state, when you were recruiting?
Yeah, I was pretty familiar. I recruited him, got him and his family, and so we know each other pretty well.
Talk about him as a player, as a quarterback.
Well, he's phenomenal. There's no doubt. He's good within his system, but when things break down, he's very good. He's strong. He's got that baseball arm. I mean, the ball can get there in a hurry from a long distance.
Gus, how important was it for you when you were building your staff to get a guy like Damian and bring him in from a Florida State where he had connection with Jimbo and some of those kind of guys?
Well, I mean, he's a very good coach. Very good coach. Loves Auburn. Those were two important factors to me, and he's done an excellent job for us this year.
In 2010, you guys spent a lot of time in ball practice, conditioning, and getting ready for Oregon, more on defense, I guess, but is that going to be a big emphasis again?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Anytime you have a 30-day window that you're off, I mean, one of the big things is staying in shape. And that's one of our big advantages, that we're in great shape, and we got to continue to do that. Coach Russell has a very good plan that he feels good about, and so that'll be a big factor.
I know Lashley mentioned last week in Little Rock just that this layoff for an offense, it usually hurts the offense more than the defense. How do you, you saw it in 2010, obviously. What do you remember from 2010 that maybe led to the low scoring? Was it Oregon's defense?
Well, I think both defenses were prepared. I mean, I think that's one thing. Both defenses were good. The second thing is, the first quarter did take each group to kind of get going. So hopefully, we can learn from that experience and get off to a faster start.
What are some of the other things you think you might be able to pick out from 2010 to prepare your team?
Probably the routine part of, when to turn it on, and, as far as when to go specific with the game plan, and, focus on yourself. I think that's important. I mean, you got to continue to get better, and that's been our MO all year, and that's what I told them today. It's about getting better. So there's a balance.
It's hard not to play the game on, December 16th. In their minds, they're ready to play this.
Probably more for the coaches' challenge than it is the players.
Gus, have you caught yourself at all this season in like deja vu moments, where you're like, wow, this happened, or in 2010, the 2 years?
This season's been so unique. I don't know if there's been too many of those deja vu moments. These have been very unique in their own way.
Gus, you said last week, I think on one of the conference calls, that you felt that at this point the offense is installed. What you have is what you've got. But with this much of a layoff, do you look to install some more and do some things that maybe weren't there previously?
Well, we've been working, our offense, and we hadn't used all of it at times. We've been able to run the football effectively, but you always got to be prepared that if they take away something, you've got to have an answer. So that's kind of what I mean by our offense. I mean, we'll continue to try to get better at the different things that we need to, and always call them what ifs. We've got to be able to have an answer if they take something away.
Is this your first chance with Nick to kind of go through more of a spring-like atmosphere, that kind of thing?
This is the first time, other than the 2 off weeks, that we're able to just really focus on some little things that I know Coach Lashley and him are working extremely hard on.
How pleased were you with the way he's developed as a passer over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got more comfortable. He has a big-time arm, and the more comfortable he gets, you know, the better we'll be at executing the passing game.
How much better is his decision-making gotten because his turnovers have gone down considerably?
Yeah, very. I mean, he's doing a great job of decision-making. We just got to give him hold of the ball. I mean, that's the biggest thing from the last game. We got to protect that football better than we did.
Gus, you mentioned the 2 bye weeks that you've had. I know last time we got to speak with you here, you mentioned that first bye week was, you know, you guys think you need to kind of run more zone reads. What was maybe the second one more focused on when you guys had it?
Alabama.
Yes,
Warren?
Coach, I believe there's 4 coaches on the Florida State staff that work under Nick Saban, including Jimbo Fisher. Do you see any similarities between what they're building at Florida State and what he's done at Alabama?
You know, you see schematically similarity.
Any differences?
I mean, there's some differences, but you do see similarities too.
Because the officiating crew for the game is announced today from the Big Ten, and obviously that's a conference that, other than maybe Ohio State, doesn't have as many tempo offenses. Is that something that as you plan and when you meet with the officials ahead of time, that you'll just mention obviously that you are a much more up-tempo offense than they're used to, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm going to bet they know that too.
All right,